following is a presentation of the National Sim Racing League of America. Enjoy the race. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 29, the penultimate race in season number 7 of the NRLOA Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We are here at the Phoenix International Raceway for the Castrol 500-kilometer race, and at the end of the day, we might very well see a champion crowned. Elijah Gordon coming into today's event with a 55-point advantage ahead of Stuart Gratton. However, they both start deep in the field, 31st and 32nd. Gratton starting 31st and Gordon starting 32nd. There's one other guy with a shot at the championship, and that's Diego Yepes in the 32 who starts 4th. However, he's 81 points behind. They are the only three with any mathematical shot at winning the championship, and they all come into this race here today with hopes of staying alive heading in to Homestead. Of course, Elijah Gordon has the hopes of clinching it here today. He still has to race 63 laps around the Phoenix International Raceway to have any shot at that happening. If he fails to finish here today, it's a good chance that we're still going to have a championship fight head to Homestead next weekend. I'm alongside William Brock and Trey Wright for this one. Of course, William Brock has driven this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. I want to talk about those guys who didn't make the chase and have had a struggling season. I think a lot of those guys would just love to get a win at the end of the season. So for those guys who don't have any shot at the championship, they know the championship battle's not really the best. You think they're going to be a little bit more aggressive today than they normally have been throughout this chase?
Yeah, they're going to be more aggressive. Just to try and finally get a win. You know, they're pretty much out of the championship, so I guess in their minds they pretty much don't really have anything to lose except for a win.
Definitely. Justin Roberts, one of those guys, he wants to become the first 3-time winner this season. Of course, not really been too good in the points, but he did win Riverside and Armory Digital, and he's gone for win number 3, trying to become the first driver to do that. Noah Clifton, an unsure driver on the outside pole right there in number 67. And now to Trey Wright, team owner for Diego Yepes in American Motorsports. Your guy has a shot. I know you want him to get the win. It'd be the first win for American Motorsports if that were to happen. What did you tell your driver before coming into this race? You can't really do much about Gratton and Gordon. Just tell him to race his race and get the win?
Yeah, pretty much. Just try to stay out of trouble, try to just get to the front, and yeah, just basically doing that. I mean, we have a lot of hungry guys. I mean, their championships are pretty much shot, so they're just going to try and get a win. Agreeing with William right here, everyone's going to be very aggressive on trying to get a win, especially those guys who are trying to get that third win. So I'd say Diego Yepes, if he can pull this thing off and win a race and keep both Gratton and Gordon at bay, we're going to have a really good championship battle going into Homestead.
Hopefully we will. That's what we hope for. But hey, if Gordon clinches it now, congratulations to him on that one. But still, 63 laps to determine that. This is how they line up in the points. Like I said, Elijah Gordon, the points leader, 2,290 points towards the championship. Stuart Gratton, 55 behind. Diego Yepes, 81 behind. And everybody behind us, they're all out of the championship contention here. Brad Stover, 93 behind. John Stewart, 95 behind. Cody Sill, 101 behind. Roger Ray, 125. Nicholas Amedeo, 133. Justin Heath, 149. Michael Canto, 182 behind coming into this event. We have ourselves the 83 of Justin Roberts starting on the pole position. Of course, we can't get a start without firing the engines here at the Phoenix International Raceway, so let's head trackside for the command in the Castrol 500K.
Drivers, start your engines.
And a great command there to fire these guys up for the penultimate time this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. This is the third to last NRLOA race on this channel. So a lot of these guys, they want to get an NRLOA win as it closes out here 2018. Justin Roberts, looking for his third win of the season, starts on the pole position. He is alongside the 67 uncharted driver Noah Clifton, who is Stuart Gratton's teammate, by the way. I don't know, he might try to do something to help out Gratton in this race. We're just going to have to see. Roger Ray alongside Diego Yepez. Yepez still with a shot at the championship. If he wins and Elijah Gordon finishes last, he's still going to have a shot at the championship, and that could very well happen here today. Elijah Gordon starting in 32nd. Yepez starting there in the 4th position. Could be a victory for Yepez. There is Luke Rainey. There is Matt Gallio. There row number 3. Fitzy, Matthew Phillips, Patrick Smith, and Ashland Boyd in the 36. Show you back there. Gratton needs to finish 10 positions ahead of Elijah Gordon to have any mathematical chance at winning the championship. They start 31st and 32nd, respectively. We'll have to see how it all goes down. It's the Castrol 500K, the next to last race of the season. We're green at Phoenix. At the line, Noah Clifton from the outside leads lap number 1. They stay double file practically that entire lap. They came a little close up at turn number 2, but we remain green here in the Castrol 500K, and Noah Clifton clears for the lead. There is Diego Yepez trying to work the outside lane on Justin Roberts and Roger Ray. There's Roger Ray trying to work on Noah Clifton for the lead. And they're side by side with Clifton at the line, leading lap 2.
You can see Diego Yepez, he is on the outside. Whoa, a little bit of contact with Justin Roberts.
Really close right there, but they'll keep it together. Matt Gallio in the middle of all that in the 79. They remain 3 wide, and Clifton has cleared for the lead. And Justin Roberts gets shuffled at a line right there, and hello, Gallio. 3 wide in the middle. Trying to get around Justin Roberts. He's now going to help Roger Ray on the inside, and Ray's to the inside of the 67.
Gallio is the only NRLOA Motorsports driver that hasn't won this season, so can he get a win?
We'll have to see if he can, and right now running 3rd, Yepez stuck on the outside, falling back a little bit, but it's still early on in this race, so not all is lost for the American Motorsports driver. We'll have to see what happens as this race goes along. Roger Ray is going to clear the 67, and Ray is going to lead lap number 4 here at Phoenix. Great run for him in the 48. He's going for his first win of the season as a rookie.
Yeah, that would be something, even though we have had a ton of rookies win this season. But Noah Clifton, he is also an uncharted driver. That would be something.
There goes Justin Roberts for 2nd to the inside of Noah Clifton. He was not too happy about the way that start finished. Well, the start began, I should say. You get what I mean. He's not happy with the way the start went, and he got shuffled out of line there, but he's back to the inside now, Noah Clifton. They're starting to spread out a little bit, which is good if we want to avoid an accident. And we'll go back here and see where Gratton and Gordon are, and they're kind of tight right now. Only a couple positions between those guys, and Gordon would clinch the way they are currently running. Now remember, Stuart Gratton has won here at Phoenix before. Season number 5, he grabbed the victory in the Castrol 500K. Right now he's stuck on the outside here, but that might be a good thing. As we've seen, the outside lane can work pretty well here at the Phoenix International Raceway, so we'll have to see how those guys work it out as this race goes along. For the lead, Noah Clifton back to the inside of Roger Ray. Clifton looks pretty strong here today, and then North State number 67. Here's Matt Gallio on Justin Roberts. That is for the 3rd position. They're going to be side by side heading into turn number 1 with Clifton and Ray. Ray on the outside, but he shoots it up quite a bit, but he's going to get the run up there and stay out front.
This is some great racing.
Oh, and I think somebody had a moment. They did split up a little bit there. We do have a gap between Gallio and Luke Rainey right there, and the yellow is out, and Yepez was the guy who went around. And I think he collected Blaine Keys. And Gordon has damage in the 5.
Oh my goodness.
And that's huge. The luck finally ran out for him. Gratton avoided it in the 25, but Gordon with heavy damage in the number 5 machine. And we have seen throughout this entire chase how close Gordon has been to getting involved in accidents. And this time, he didn't avoid it. He did not avoid it, but the big thing here is Yepes, and he was one of those guys who was up there. He had a shot at the victory, a shot at possibly getting around Elijah Gordon, or having a shot at Elijah Gordon at Homestead, and I think he's going to be out. I don't see any damage to that race car, but he definitely caused damage to some other race cars right there.
For Diego Yepes, but also kind of a heartbreak for Elijah Gordon. Let's just hope he doesn't work out in the next race.
We'll have to see how it all goes down. That is a blessing for Stuart Gratton. Remember, both Gordon and Gratton are retiring at the end of the year. We all remember what Tyler Selzman did when he retired at the end of Season 5. He won the championship. Both of those guys want to do it in their retirement year, and I think especially Gratton, because Gratton and Selzman are really good friends, and he wants to do the same thing that his friend did, but we'll have to see. Gratton got out of that one. And if he finishes 10 positions ahead of Gordon in this race, he's going to still have a mathematical shot. The thing is, though, Gratton would have to win Homestead, and Gordon have to finish last. That's the mathematical shot if he finishes 10 positions ahead. So Gratton's going to want to finish a lot of positions ahead of Elijah Gordon in this race. Try to see where he is. And there he is. He's still deep in the field, and even after Gordon getting involved in that accident, I think it's still going to be about 10 positions between those two guys. So Gordon was involved, but I think he's still going to be able to continue. So that's big right there for the number 5 of Elijah Gordon, able to repair that machine. Roger Ray out front in the 48. Let's see if he gets the victory here today. But first, let's go ahead and review the crash that brought out the first caution of the race here in the Castrol 500K. So the reason why we saw that gap was because Diego Yepes had an issue, and you see right there Matthew Phillips had to check up, and the 32, something went amiss on that machine, and they all scramble around, and right there, John Stewart, Nathan Stapleton, Gordon got spun there by Andrew Miller, and I gotta tell you, he saved that pretty well. Miller almost shot him into the outside wall, and if that happened, that would have been dreadful for the number 5. And Alonso, I think, got a piece of that one as well, and Blaine Keys, and that was all because they were trying to avoid Diego Yepes right there. So one championship contender messing up another. Very interesting what's going on right there. But Elijah Gordon did get back out there. They repaired that damage, so we'll have to see how well he does on the restart. But let's go ahead and replay this in slow-mo. See what happened in a more in-depth view here at Phoenix.
So Elijah Gordon, you can see the cars are beginning to check up after Yepes has an issue. He may have lost power in the 32 car. I'm not entirely sure about that. But then, still all normal.
Actually, let me pause and start from here or something, because that's too much time, I think.
Yeah. So you can see the field beginning to check up after Yepes may have lost power in the 32. That's why he stalled. I'm not sure on that one. And then you can see they're 3 and 4 wide. John Stewart, rookie mistake, comes up and then puts Stapleton and Gordon into the wall. Yo, 34 of Walpole almost gets by. Just gets by. Blaine Keys gets spun out by Stapleton. Andrew Miller spins out the 5 car. Herzog Alonso gets a piece, and then the 7 car steers the 5 car back up towards the outside wall. That was close for the number 5 team. Other than that, I think, it was just a big, massive. It was the wreck was caused by the checking up of the field by the 32. So
yeah,
that was
Elijah
pretty
Gordon definitely did a great job avoiding the wall, and if he hit that wall, he might have gotten knocked out, but he'll still be able to continue, which means a lot right here for that number 5 team. Gratton's still out there, though. He's deep in the field. We'll have to see what happens with those guys. The leader of the race is Roger Ray. Let's see what he does on the restart here at Phoenix. We are back here at the Phoenix International Raceway for the Castrol 500K penultimate race of the season and season number 7 of the NRLOA Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And Roger Ray holds on to the lead right now with Noah Clifton, Matt Dallio. Number 9 is Zachary Fitzwater, pole sitter Justin Roberts, Patrick Smith, Ashlyn Boyd, Luke Rainey, William Brock, and Juan Garcia. The top 10. Gratton is currently 30th right now. Not the best of positions you want to be in if you want to catch up to the guy who's 55 points ahead of you. However, Elijah Gordon, 10 positions behind. That is just enough for Gratton to have any shot at the championship at Homestead. Remember, Gordon does have a bit of damage in the number 5, so we'll have to see if he can keep up with the rest of the field. Back to racing at Phoenix. Roger Ray out front in the 48.
Got a good jump on Noah Clifton, but Clifton will come back. He'll use the 79 of Matt Dallio as drafting partner as Fitzy comes up behind them.
Here comes Clifton right to the inside of Roger Ray for the lead. He's got to run, but it's not going to be enough to surpass Roger Ray, and the 48 will remain out front. Matt Dallio trying to capitalize on Clifton being on the inside. He's got the outside to his advantage right now, trying to sail it up there. Not able to do so as Clifton will clear him. Here comes Patrick Smith. He got around Justin Roberts. He's working on Zachary Fitzwater right now.
Pretty good battles going on, as it's really hard to pass on the inside at this track, and especially when you're going towards the exit of the turns, as the outside lane does have the good launch off. As you can see, pretty much single file all throughout the field.
Which is good if we want to avoid another accident in this race. We do want to keep it as clean and green as we possibly can. Check in on Elijah Gordon. And you know what? He ain't doing too good. He's still in the 40th position. As a matter of fact, nobody actually got knocked out from that accident. Diego Yepez got back on the lead lap. They fixed that issue. He's a lap down. He's not on the lead lap, I should say. Got back out there. He is a lap down. And currently, Stuart Gratton is 31st, and I'm telling you, Gratton needs to move it up. I mean, you can't win the championship and finish where you're running right now. You just can't. And Elijah Gordon is still hanging on to the clinch right here at Phoenix, the way they're currently running, even though he's 39th. Just how much of a point lead he has here coming into this event. So very fascinating what's going on right there. Dallio under fire from Zachary Fitzwater, I do believe. And Dallio's going to try to take it from the number 9. Here comes Clifton. He's right behind the 48. A great opportunity for Clifton. And he's looking to become the 4th uncharted driver to win a race this season. So far, those guys have been Alex Bonsignor, Cookie Helms, and Matt Tuck. A group of pretty solid drivers, I should say. A lot of those guys have a lot of big wins on Napa Fan. And Clifton doesn't really have that big marquee victory. Chick-fil-A Cup Series win would definitely count as that. Trying to get to the inside of Roger Ray for the lead here. Unable to do so. And Roger Ray's also going for his first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win. Now, he is a chase driver, but he's mathematically out of the championship going into this thing. And he's battling very well for this lead here at Phoenix, trying to hold on to it with Clifton right behind him. Matt Dallio will stay ahead of Zachary Fitzwater. Patrick Smith and Justin Roberts battle for 5th.
I forget, do they have green white check? I mean, not green white check. Lucky Dog in 2003?
No, they don't. So Yepez is effectively done. That's the unfortunate reality for that team. It's a tough break, a mechanical issue taking them out of contention there while they were up front with a pretty solid chance at the championship. The thing is, though, that wreck that involved Elijah Gordon would not have happened if it weren't for Diego Yepez. So just keep that in mind. Oh, in the wall! Brad Stover, Justin Heath. And Stover is going to be done for the day after that one, and the yellow will fly again. And, you know, Stover had such a great season going for him in the regular season. He was the regular season champion. Came in this race 4th in the points. He was mathematically out of it, but it's going to end here at Phoenix for the 99. And Gordon stays on the lead lap right now. And what Yepez can do is stay out and hope for another quick yellow, then he'll get his lap back. That is his chance. That's if everyone ahead of him comes down the pit lane. Stuart Gratton is currently 26th on the racetrack. He moved up enough, and right now, Elijah Gordon would not clinch it. So we'll have to see how that all goes down. They're trying to figure it out here with where they're going to be in line coming down the pit lane, and these guys all have the advantage right here. So Roger Ray coming down We are a third of the way through the Castrol 500K here at the Phoenix International Raceway, and I believe everybody's going to come down this time. And I think that's a good thing that we are getting cautions for these guys to come down the pit lane. Like I said in the Turkey Hill Series race yesterday. Well, I don't think I said that here, but like you guys saw yesterday in the Turkey Hill Series, caution came out as they were trying to come down the pit lane. So that can be an issue if you have green flag pit stops. Good thing they are coming down under caution. Everybody can come down at a nice safe pace, and we don't have to worry about a caution coming out during those green flag pit stops, sending a lot of guys a lap down. We don't want that to happen. But Roger Ray trying to get Zidell Motorsports their first win of the season. And he is going to get held up just slightly by the 67. He'll barely edge out Matt Dallio, who wins second place. You don't really say that they win second place, but Matt Dallio did technically win second place because he beat everyone behind him. Finished in second. Fitzwater, Patrick Smith, and Luke Rainey. The top 5 off the pit lane. I do not believe Blaine Keys is on the lead lap, and he is not. He's 2 laps down. And Yepez is going to come down right here. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and see what happened there to those guys. We'll check in. We'll see where Gratton is first. And Gratton is right there. Elijah Gordon is right there. I mean, they're going to finish 10 positions away from each other. That's what's going to happen here today. I can tell you that. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day here in the Castrol 500K at Phoenix. And Brad Stover, he was heading into turn number 1 right here. He had Tristan Allen right behind him, and it was very edgy. And Gratton was right behind this as well. This could have been a lot worse for the 25 team. But Stover moves up on Justin Heath, and looked a lot similar to the Indianapolis wreck between Jeffrey Earnhardt and Landon Castle. Maybe not as violent. Interestingly enough, the game isn't as violent as real life. That doesn't usually happen. But very similar situation to cause that right there. And Stover is toast. He's going to finish last here today. And he is part of that Rookie of the Year battle now. He has a shot at the reserve because of that Rookie of the Year battle. This is going to afford him 0 points here today at Phoenix for that Rookie of the Year battle. So we'll have to see how that affects that championship over there. But Justin Heath involved there in the 30 along with the 99 here on lap 21.
Yeah, as you can see, the 99 just checked up on the number 30, and 30 just touched his quarter panel, and that's pretty much all what happened. Oh, and of course the number 2 kind of got on the inside of the number 99, which kind of made him check up a little bit.
Yeah, that was a pretty edgy situation between Stover and Allen. What caused that accident? You see the damage to Justin Heath right there. That's gonna definitely put him a few positions farther back than what he wanted. Anyways, Roger Ray still out front, but he's got Matt Dallio behind him now, and Dallio is an experienced driver. We'll have to see what he does on the restart here at Phoenix. We are back here at the Phoenix International Raceway. We're going to restart lap 25 of 63 here in the Castrol 500K. The number 48 machine, driven by Roger Ray, leads the field. Right behind him, however, a couple of long-time veterans, Matt Dallio and Zachary Fitzwater. Those guys will be battling hard for this win. I can tell you that much. Patrick Smith, Luke Rainey, Ashland Boyd, William Brock is in the top 10 right now, I do believe. To check in on that, and he is running 7th. Justin Heath is a lap down, and Matthew Phillips, Juan Garcia, and Justin Knight. Back to racing. Blaine Keys on the tail end of 1 lap down. This will definitely play into the lead battle. Roger Ray's going to try to get to the inside of him. Fitzwater's to the inside of Dallio for the 2nd position.
Got a little tight there between Ray and Keys, but they figured it out, and Keys may trap to 79 on the outside. They already have.
And the yellow's back out again. And I believe Nicholas Samadillo got spun around in the 24.
Back into the outside wall, it appears.
And Gratton, I think he's a few positions ahead right now of Elijah Gordon. He's got a little bit more on him. Hopefully they don't check up here, and it looks like they're all going to figure it out, even though they're all 4 and 5 wide and whatnot. But
come on,
they got it. They're going slow enough. But Gratton is right now 20th, and Elijah Gordon's 35th, so it's looking a little bit better for Gratton right now. He's moved his way up quite a bit, but this is where things are going to get interesting because we're going to have split strategy. A very quick yellow right there. Key's actually going to get a lap back in the 64. So that's very helpful for him. But Dalio and Fitzwater decide to come down. Justin Knight's going to come down. Not many guys are going to come down, but they're going to come down and take those tires and just see where the strategy takes them. Our third yellow here at Phoenix. Looks like we got a crash fest going on here. But I think Nicholas Samadeo got spun around right there, and these guys are still trying to figure it out. I think Gratton's past this point, so that's good for him. But Elijah Gordon is still stuck in the middle of all that. Remember, he was involved in that accident earlier on in the event. And Gratton actually stayed out. So Gratton's going to gain a few positions right there, and he is going to be... I don't know where he's going to be because I didn't cycle through right there, but we'll have to see where he finishes there. From that position. Roger Ray's still out front, though. Nobody's been able to get around him. Let's quickly see what happened to his teammate Nicholas Samadeo here to bring out the third caution. And we're just going to replay this once. Jonathan Wong, no mercy on the 24 Nicholas Samadeo, and Elijah Gordon came close. My goodness. I was so close right there between the 5 and the 24. But thankfully for both of those guys, that did not happen, and both of those guys will be able to continue. Blaine Keys gets a lap back. Roger Ray still the leader. Let's see what he does on the restart here in the Castrol 500-kilometer race. We're back here at the Phoenix International Raceway, and Roger Ray continues to lead the field. And he's got it ahead of the 66 of Patrick Smith. Luke Rainey is running third right now. Ashlyn Boyd and William Brock at the top 5 with Phillips. How about John R. running up there in 7th? Juan Garcia, the 67 and Noah Clifton. And hello to Garrett Sinor. Boy, it's been a long time. William Brock's won in between Garrett Sinor's last win. That's how long it's been for Garrett Sinor. Not to put you under the bus, William, but that's just how long it's been for your reference. But either way, Gratton restarts 16th. Elijah Gordon restarts 38th. That is huge right there. 22 positions. That's going to make it even easier for Gratton and Homestead to have a shot at Elijah Gordon. Back to racing. Roger Ray leads the field. They remain single file throughout the top 5. Here comes Luke Rainey trying to get away around Patrick Smith. Not able to do so as Roger Ray remains out front. Bit of a checkup right there. Ashlyn Boyd to the inside of the 12. He's got third. Not going to quite clear the 12 off the corner. Back to the lead. Roger Ray holds on. Patrick Smith running second. A great opportunity for Patrick Smith. He almost got the win at another mile-long racetrack called Rockingham. Came early on in the season. He was battling with Jesse Turner and Daniel McMillan for that one. Couldn't get it done. He's still going for his first career win. Same with Roger Ray. And, this is Roger Ray's race to lose. But here comes Patrick Smith with a very good move to the inside. Off the corner, Ray will stay on the outside and lead that lap. But the 66 might have the inside entering 1.
Yeah, and Roger Ray, he's definitely hungry for that first win. So is Patrick Smith. Well, I think Patrick Smith has won before.
Not in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, he has. And he is battling very hard on that inside lane. He might clear him here through turn number 4. He won't clear him, but he'll lead the lap, and that's what counts right there for Patrick Smith. Now, next season, people get bonus points for leading laps in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We're going to start it at the Napa Truck Series and ARCA Series level this fall. It's going to be very interesting to see how that all goes down, because that's going to play another role into the championship next year, and one little point like that can mean a lot. Speaking of little points, Gratton is 17th right now, kind of holding on to a pretty decent position at the moment, and Elijah Gordon is 35th. So they've closed in a little bit more, but Gratton at the moment would still have a shot at Homestead. So we'll have to see how it all goes down. And Gratton is in a position where he might get the victory. I mean, if strategy plays out to his favor, he could be in position to get it. We'll have to see. Roger Ray trying to get back to the inside of Patrick Smith for the lead. Smith's going to stay on the outside and lead lap 34.
If Gratton does get the... If Gratton does win here, that would be a monumental shift in points. And it would be like a nail-biter going into Miami. That's
as much of a nail-biter as it possibly could be. It'd probably be about maybe a 30-point gain if he were to win, which means it's going to be about a 20-point gap. So it's not going to be as much of a nail-biter as the Turkey Hill Series will be, but there'll still be a shot for Stuart Gratton. And that's all Gratton needs at this point, is a shot. I mean, it's going to be between Gratton and Gordon. Everybody else is out of contention. And Gratton, I mean, the way he's done in this chase is very quiet. I mean, we really haven't talked about him being up front in many of these races, but he's still there, and he's going to still be there, most likely heading into Homestead, the way things are currently running. 17th to 35th still. Now, Gratton hopes to not get involved in an accident. That's what he needs. He cannot afford to get involved in an accident. If he does, it's done. Gordon wins the championship. But if Gratton finishes top 20 at this point, I think he's good to go to have a shot. But Gratton would definitely love more than just a shot. He wants, you know, pretty decent chance at it. And right now, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take Gordon wrecking out at Homestead and Gratton finishing top 10. But it still could happen. Trey Bartow wrecked out at Homestead. He should have won the championship last year. Didn't happen. So a lot can happen in that finale race. A lot can happen here at Phoenix still because we're just past halfway in the Castrol 500K. Patrick Smith leads the field. Roger Ray, Ashland Boyd, Matthew Phillips, Luke Rainey. Every single one of these guys is a rookie. The highest veteran in the field is John Arndt of all people. He's found himself in the top 5, looking for a great, or top 10 I should say, looking for a great run in that 05 machine. Did get the win at Darlington. To the inside of William Brock right now. They're side by side. And Garrett Sonor, just great to see him running up front. Maybe, just maybe, he'll get this win. Probably not, because I mentioned something. But I'm telling you, nobody, except for Tristan Allen, because Tristan Allen's gone since Season 3, but no one's gone as long as Sonor without a win in this series at this point. So, it'd be great to see him win, I can tell you that much. But a lot of these guys going for the first career victories in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. First winner in line is Luke Rainey, who won at Watkins Glen earlier this season. The top 4 pulled away. Patrick Smith, Roger Ray, Ashland Boyd, Matthew Phillips, and they're trying to put as much of a gap as they can on the rest of the field, so they are the guys who will be the only shot at winning this race. There goes Boyd to the inside of Roger Ray. That is for the second position right there, and Ashland Boyd, who's been, I think, 6 Chick-fil-A Cup Series races this season for the American Motorsports team, is looking pretty solid right now here at Phoenix. How about Stuart Gratton? He has moved up a little bit, getting around the 16. He's now 15th here at Phoenix, but Jefferson will get back to the inside of him as he tried to clear him there off the corner. Elijah Gordon is 36th. He's fallen back a position, so every point counts heading into Homestead. But right now, Gratton still has that shot at winning it. And he is right now on the outside of Jay Jefferson, trying to hang on to a decent finish here at Phoenix. Right now, he's holding on and would have a shot at beating Elijah Gordon in the championship. But it's not over yet. His teammate is leading the field right now. That's Patrick Smith in the 66, with Roger Ray, Ashland Boyd, Matthew Phillips, Luke Rainey, the top 5. And we're closing in on 20 laps to go here in the Castrol 500-kilometer race.
Yeah, this hopefully will be interesting. I'm not sure what the fuel window is, but maybe these guys have to make one more stop, so that'll be interesting.
I do believe there will be one more stop in this race, and the way things are looking, it's going to be green flag stops, and everybody has to be careful here. Remember, yesterday we had a wreck during green flag pit stops, and now that changes everything. If I'm Elijah Gordon here, I stay out to the end. If I'm Stuart Gratton, I stay out as much as I can, because you do not want to risk being caught a lap down if a caution does come out during those green flag pit stops. So we'll have to see what those guys do. Of course, these cars, they don't know they're in a championship battle. We do a single race for every single one of these things. So they're just racing like it's the race, so we'll have to see how it all goes down. There's Sonor around William Brock. But John Arndt, he's closing in on the lead right here. But it's all Patrick Smith right now as they battle for second once again between Ashland Boyd and Roger Ray.
Yeah, Roger Ray and Ashland Boyd, they might want to try and work together, tandem draft a little bit to catch that 66. But we do have lap traffic with Justin Heath.
Heath in the way here. He does have some damage from that Brad Stover incident. Ashland Boyd is actually looking to sweep the weekend. He won yesterday in the Turkey Hill Series. I just remembered that. So he's looking to sweep the weekend here at Phoenix. This is his playground. He's doing a great job here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race. He cleared Roger Ray. Now has his eyes set on the 66 of Patrick Smith, so we'll have to see. Ray is now in third with Matthew Phillips coming down the pit lane. Here we go. Green flag pit stops. This will be it. Here at Phoenix, this will be the last cycle for these guys. Phillips is down. Clifton is down. Sonora Gratton's down as well. That is dangerous. Very dangerous for the number 25. He cannot afford to get caught a lap down here. They all come down cleanly. And they do. That red Sunoco sign throws me off. If I see those red lights on the pit lane right there, we know we have a caution. That red Sunoco arrow, I see that and I freak out. Here comes Patrick Smith, and I think the rest of these guys are coming down now. Ooh, Jesse Turner, Zachary Fitzwater staying out. And you know what? Those guys did come down into the last caution. They could go a little bit longer than the rest of the field. So a little bit of a strategic play for these guys right now. As Jesse Turner is the leader here at Phoenix. He won here the first time we came here in season number 1.
Just hope his feeble fuel cells don't strike again.
Oh, yeah. He's going to come down now. So, everything working as the plan for Jesse Turner. I will say that much. Fitzy's going to take the lead now with our pole sitter running second in Justin Roberts. Gratton is done with his pit stop. There he is in the 25. I don't know how much he's going to gain, but he might gain a little bit because of those fresh tires. Came down before anybody else, so he might get a bit of an advantage. Elijah Gordon's down now, so that's good for Gratton. Doesn't have to worry about the caution coming out, and Gordon actually leapfrogging him. And here come the rest of those guys. So everybody's going to make it. We actually went through an entire cycle without a caution coming out. Give a big hand to these Chick-fil-A Cup Series drivers for keeping it clean on the racetrack during that cycle. Now we see Matthew Phillips out front in the 33. He leapfrogged the 66. Elijah Gordon is going to get caught a lap down. That is not good for Gordon. Gratton, as I point out here, did lose some positions, so, you know, he's still going to have a shot at Homestead, but not as much of a shot as he wanted. So we'll have to see how that all shakes out right there. It's a hornet's nest back in here between all these guys. There's Dalio. He's trying to find some sort of advantage. He might have some sort of advantage. You know who had some sort of an advantage, I think, was Zachary Fitzwater. I think he is the leader. We'll see how it all cycles through. He is still shown second right there. As they all come back around, he is the leader. Justin Roberts is right there in the 83. He's going to be second. Zachary Fitzwater is the leader here, guys. The strategy worked out for him. He was one of those guys who came down under that last caution, and he was able to leapfrog the entire field, and now he runs as the leader here at Phoenix. And he's got it. Justin Roberts is second. Justin Knight is third. Jonathan Wong is fourth. Matthew Phillips and Patrick Smith's going to fall to the 6th position. And I'm going to try to find Elijah or Stuart Gratton here. Oh, no. You know what? Elijah Gordon is 12th. He leapfrogged him. Gordon is 12th. He's in the position to clinch it now. He did not go a lap down, and Gratton has fallen back in the 25. This is it right here. Oh my goodness gracious, we thought it was going to be Elijah Gordon having the fight with Gratton at Homestead, but Gordon had such a good second pit stop, and you know what? This is what he did. He came down under that last caution, and he was able to go fuel only or 2 tires to get himself in this position. And now with 10 laps to go, Elijah Gordon is looking to become a back-to-back champion in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Unbelievable. Gratton is still here. He still has a shot. He wants that 5 to wreck. I'll tell you that much. He might be able to close in. He has fresher tires. We'll have to see. But it's looking very dim for the 25 right now. Elijah Gordon was able to leapfrog him. Unbelievable.
That was a perfect stop by the 5 team. Perfect strategy call by both the 5 team and the 9 team. And if this all works out, Fitzy's going to get yet another win in his NR offline career, and Elijah Gordon will win the championship. But we still have less than 10 laps to go. A lot can happen in 10 laps.
Yes, you got Stuart Gratton here. He is hitting himself right now because of that strategy. I mean, he had to take 4 tires, and he's got a little bit of a faster car than Elijah Gordon here. Gordon is stuck on the outside. You're not missing anything up front. Fitzy's pulling away in the... No! Somebody blowing up! Julio Cesar in the 95, and we're still green. But if he stops on the racetrack, that's going to be a yellow, and we will be able to restart. And I don't think he's going to get to the pit lane. He's going to stop it.
Oh!
He's going to stop it. That should be the caution, and the yellow's out. The yellow is out. We're still going to race. We're still going to have a restart here at Phoenix. Unbelievable. And with that, I don't know what's going to happen. Gordon is still ahead of Stuart Gratton.
But barely.
Now, this shakes it all up for the win as well. Fitzy was en route to the victory easily. And now he's going to have to fight for it. Will these guys come down? I mean, if you're not going to be coming down here, if you're Fitzwater and you don't come down, I'd be Justin Knight coming down, and hopefully everyone else comes down with you, but maybe not. I mean, if you get second here, you're going to have a shot at Fitzy, and that's what's going to happen. I think everyone's going to stay out here. They all know they can make it to the end. They're not going to need those tires. And look at that, Elijah Gordon, and I honestly thought he was a lap down when we saw those leaders passing him, but he actually stayed on the lead lap. He was so far behind that I assumed he was a lap down, but apparently he was not. And he's 19th right now, with Stuart Gratton running in 24th. Gratton needs to finish 10 positions ahead of Gordon to have any mathematical shot at Homestead. And Gordon worked that strategy very well. He used the same strategy as Fitzwater did, and I was coming down under that last caution before this one, and then they didn't have to go full 4 tires on the green flag pit stop, and they were able to jump ahead of all those guys. Same goes for Justin Knight, Jonathan Wong. They're able to get into those positions because of that strategy, so we'll have to see who gets the win here. And Julio Cesar, we saw what happened. No need to review it. Julio Cesar blowing an engine and stopping on the racetrack. He could not get back to the pit lane, unfortunately. And he did not have the speed to cross back down to the apron, so everything went safe right there. Nobody got involved in an accident. So I'm thinking we might have a green-white checkered finish here at Phoenix. So this is going to get interesting for these guys. Fitzy's leading. Justin Knight's going for his first career win on Napa Fan. Jonathan Wong looking for his first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win. As a matter of fact, with the exception of Fitzwater, who's going for his 9th career win, the other 4 guys in the top 5 are all going for their first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win here today. So, lots at stake for those guys, but Fitzy wants to become the first 3-time winner this season. So we'll have to see if he can do it. But you know, the bigger story is Elijah Gordon here. I mean, what a strategy to win this championship out of the blue. I mean, he deserves it right here. Cheers to Gordon if he gets it. And if he finishes ahead of Gratton, it's done. And Elijah Gordon is your champion for season number 7 of the NRLOA Chick-fil-A Cup Series, which means this: you can put Emily Anderson in the car and still own a team. Now, I know that wasn't the case with the Truck Series, but back-to-back championships definitely deserve something like that. So I'll let you do that, man, if you hold on. We'll have to see if he holds on. We're going to come back around here. The light should go out. And we should have 2 laps to go here in the Castrol 500K. And we will. It's going to be a fun race for the win. Where are you placing your bets at for this one?
I don't know. I think Justin Knight, he's going to dive to... If I'm Justin Knight, I'm going to dive to the inside if I'm close enough on the final lap and try and nudge the 9 out of the way. Because if I'm Justin Knight, I have a championship on this channel, but I don't have a win, which is very rare.
That's actually Justin Heath, who has the championship. Justin Knight has nothing. He wants something. And, I mean, I agree with you there. You know, I go for that win. Jonathan Wall and Matthew Phillips, you know, Patrick Smith has been the dominant guy later in the going of this race. And so is Roger Ray and pole sitter, you know, Justin Roberts. They all won a victory. What are they going to do for it? We'll have to see. We're going to focus on this win. It's going to be a great battle for the win here at Phoenix. So we'll focus on that. And whatever happens between Gordon and Gratton happens, and we'll get to that. But here we go.
My money's on Fitzy.
We'll have to see. Hard to place your bets against this guy. Looking for win number 9 of his career. In the restart zone. Back to racing. 2 to go in the Castrol 500K. And a great jump for Fitzwater. That might do it right there. If Wong gets to the inside of Knight, it's over, but it's not going to happen. Justin Knight might still have a shot here in the 35. But Fitzwater pulling away from the rest of the field in the number 9.
Coming on around turns 3 and 4, coming to the white flag. Can Zachary Fitzwater hold on and become the first 3-time winner? White flag in the air, presented by Chick-fil-A.
1 lap to go for the master, Zachary Fitzwater. Everywhere you go in NR 2003, he's up front. He's winning. So many wins across the whole board. He's been around for so long, and once again, another victory for Zachary Fitzwater. Win number 9 of his career in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. It comes at Phoenix. And for the championship, it has been clinched. Or has it? Yes, it has. Elijah Gordon has done it. Elijah Gordon is your Season 7 Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion, as he holds on ahead of Stuart Gratton. With that, he'll have a full race set of points heading into Homestead to come with the championship victory, and he celebrates by wrecking the entire field. That's what they do when they try to come down the pit lane at the end of the race here at Phoenix. I don't know why. But Elijah Gordon is your Season 7 Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion. He clinches it 1 race early for the first time in Chick-fil-A Cup Series history. And for the first time in Chick-fil-A Cup Series history, we have a 2-time champion. Not only that, it happens in back-to-back seasons as he is retiring. He's going out on top. Elijah Gordon gets the championship here today at Phoenix.
Wow. The fake Australian won the race, but yet the real Australian couldn't win the championship.
That's unfortunate for those guys involved. At the end, of course. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The race was already over, and they finished where they did. But Gratton, I mean, just that strategy. It was all came down to that last cycle of pit stops. That's all it came down to. And Gordon had the advantage. Now, if that race went along, I think Gratton might have found a way around Gordon. He had the fresher tires, but it just wasn't enough. And Gratton, you gotta give major props to Gratton. It's his final season. You know, this is going to be the end for him on Napa Fan. We're not going to see him again, and I mean, I'm going to miss the guy. We're all going to miss him. You know, but he did such a good job. I mean, Elijah Gordon was lights out during this chase. I think he got at least 4 top 5s at least during this chase. Unbelievably good in these last 9 races. And Gratton was able to hold on with them the way he did without him really running up front. And you got to give props to Stuart Gratton throughout his entire career. I mean, so much adversity, especially throughout the middle part of his career. He got to win in Season 1, but then it took until Season 5 before he won again. Won the Coke 600, won Phoenix that year, and he also won this year at Michigan. Hats off to him, and we'll give a big, you know, goodbye to all these guys next weekend at the Homestead Miami Speedway. But still, you know, congratulations to Stuart Gratton on just such a great career here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Either way, you know, it was such a blast having him in every single season, and such a blast to have him have a shot near the end. But I'm telling you, you just couldn't get to Elijah Gordon, man. And he has clinched the championship a race early here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, just like in the IndyCar Series with Nicholas Samadeo. That's why you didn't even see the finale for that. But what a great day for those guys. And, I mean, a great race, too. It wasn't a wreck fest or anything like that, even though we still had 4 yellows. 2 of those yellows were actually caused by people who had issues, mechanical issues. So, not really a wreck fest at all. Not even close. Only 2 guys failed to finish, actually. And only one of them was because of an accident, so it all worked out pretty well here today. And Zachary Fitzwater got the win. Can't stop the guy. 9th career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win. First 3-time winner this season. Won the Daytona 500 this year. Also won at Texas, and then won here at Phoenix. And Season 1, Jesse Turner won Daytona and Phoenix as well. So Fitzwater and Turner doing the same things. Maybe Fitzy will get the championship next year. We'll have to see. But either way, the big congratulations to Elijah Gordon, your Season 7 Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion. And to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of glad it's over. I mean, we're still going to have the finale at Homestead, of course. We're not going to cancel that. But I really want this season to be over. I have not dragged on a season near as long as this one. And I think it's been
to end more.
And I think it's been just drawn out so long, and that's just because I'm busy. You know, you gotta understand, things are just a lot busier for me now than they used to be. It's hard for me to get a race out every day like it used to be, and, you know, that's just the way it goes. And as it gets to the 29th week of the season, you just want something different, and that's why when we enter into the NOFSRL here in a couple of weeks with the Turkey Hill Truck Series and the ARCA Racing Series, you know, we're going to put a lot of effort into making those races look very good. You know, we're going to try this whole, 60 frames per second. Going to try the vertical ticker. You know, we're not going to see that here for this race. You didn't see it for this race. We did see it a little bit at Rockham, trying to try it out. Now, I want them to be good quality races for you guys, and I want them to be enjoyable, I don't want to make it seem like I'm real lazy. I want to do a good job, just for myself, basically. And, hey, hopefully, Truck Series and ARCA Series are very successful. Hope you guys enjoy them, and hopefully you don't get tired of them like you did this season, like I did this season. I mean, I got tired of this. It's just dragging on so long. But, hey, we can go to Homestead and just have a race. There's still another victory to be won here. Who's going to win the last NRLOA race on Appafan? That's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal. Somebody's going to do it. It's going to be one of these 42 guys. Somebody's going to do it. Who knows who's going to be. But Fitzy gets it done at Phoenix. And Elijah Gordon wins the championship here in Season 7 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. So final thoughts from you guys. What a surprise near the end there with Gordon clinching it from Gratton.
I thought it was...
No, it wasn't really much of a surprise. I knew Elijah was going to win the title.
He just knew it.
I don't know. I honestly thought that Gratton had him in like that early wreck that put Elijah like all the way back in position. I thought that would give Gratton the green light to make it a battle at Homestead, but amazing pit strategy by Travis Crampton, the crew chief of the 5 team. That was just amazing, and they pulled it off. Back-to-back champions, back-to-back championships. Retiring as a champion. Just great job by the entire Elijah Gordon Incorporated organization, and they will have Emily Anderson in the 5 team next season. So maybe she'll follow in the footsteps of her mentor. So
we'll have to see if Emily Anderson comes in. We're not confirming that one as of yet, but there's a very good chance that will be the case for that team next season. But either way, that does it here from Phoenix. Next weekend it is the Chick-fil-A 500 from the Homestead Miami Speedway, and for the first time that's not going to be a championship deciding race. It's just going to be a race. We've had that Final Four system so many years. It's going to be very odd not to have it when we do race next weekend, but I hope you guys still enjoy that race anyway. It is going to be the last NRLOA race. It is a big deal, and I honestly think it's a good thing that the championship's out of the way now, and we can have one final race for the NRLOA here. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys enjoy it too. And if you want a championship battle, go check out the Turkey Hill Series. That's going to be fun at Homestead. We got like 8 guys in contention over there. Watch that one if you want a good championship battle for the final ever Turkey Hill Series race. So a lot going on next weekend. A lot of emotional stuff going on next weekend. We're also going to have a special race for the, I think, 6 or 7 guys retiring at the end of the year here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And have them battle out a race at Homestead, short little race. And Elijah Gordon will be one of those guys as the champion. But, yeah, that's all there is to it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Zachary Fitzwater. And congratulations to Elijah Gordon, your Season 7 Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion. On behalf of William Brock and Trey Wright, I will see you guys later.